Oh, and we're live, folks. Back with a new live. I know it's been a while. And yeah, don't ask about my hair, please. I already know what happened. But, I made a post about something. I had a specific hair type. But we're not going to talk about that. My hair is back to the way it was before. But with that being said, I am here with a presentation. I'm going to just wait for you guys for a bit. How you doing? All right. So, this is going to be pretty freaking long. I'm not going to lie. I kind of outdid myself with this. So, hope you guys enjoy this. You gotta wait for these slides to load up. So, I hope everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody's doing great. Quick description of what I'm about to do. Hold on, let me share this to group. All right, before I get into anything. But yeah, before I get started, I'm going to be talking about, yes, of course, black people's connection to the universe, but also other races' connections to the universe. So we all are different races, as we all can tell, but what makes us different and what makes us different is genetics and DNA. And, just pointing out our differences will help us all connect to the universe. So even though we're all different as humanoids and human beings, we should all recognize our differences as such and begin to connect and, heal ourselves and create unity amongst each other, despite all the things that have went on. And with that being said, I'm going to get into it as we go in through the lecture or the presentation. This is the reason I'm not lecturing nobody. But yeah, this is what it's called, our connection to the universe. I could do the share screen option, but it's not going to show my face. But I actually want to show my face as this goes along. But yeah, this is the first slide. Numerology, chakras, dimensions. This is basically the topic of the theme of the presentation. So, this is a book called Supreme Mathematics, 9 to the 9th Power, African Mayat Magic. This is rewritten by the African Creation Energy. So you can check their website out to get the book. So this basically touches on numerology. Going on, what is numerology? Numerology is considered the myth of math. Numerology is the mental process of attempting to find relationships between numbers and reality. The hypothesis, beliefs, and ideas that are formed in numerology are by definition beginning stages of any mathematical concept. And what brings a concept from the realm of numerology to mathematics is the ability of concept to pass rigorous deductive reasoning. So basically, numerology is the spiritual side of mathematics. This is the mathematical equation of spirituality. That's what numerology is. So you have different life path numbers. I can get into life path numbers on a different topic, but I'm going to keep going on the presentation from this book. So this is common numerological, qualitative, subjective, speculative, and associations for numbers. So this is the number 0. Void, non-being, not the originator and container of all. This is according to African numerology. Life/death, identity, ought, primordial being, holy one, form, initiating unity, creation, oneness, individual, aggressor, yang, shore. 2 is container, formless, form, polarity, division. 2 to tango, content, cooperation, duality, dividing, balance, union, receptive, yin, easy. Then you have number 3, which is movement, synthesis, harmony, agreement, expression, relationship, power, divine perfection, communication, interaction, neutrality, live, number of the Leviathan. Now we have number 4, Leviathan. Resistance, solidity, material order, mother substance, distinction, foundation, solidity, creation, unlucky, and cantonous, since pronunciation of 4 is hominin with the word of death or suffering. 5, life, love, regeneration. Hey, how you doing? Identity, expansion, growth, sensuality, grace, action, relentless, the self, me, myself. 6 is sex. Number 6, sex, union, perfection, creative world, structure, function, value, nurturing, movement, perfection, carnal man, reaction, flux, responsibility, easy and smooth all the way. 7, in indeterminate, probability, critical time, chance, wisdom, enchanted version, sequence, understanding, attainment, mysticism, spiritual perfection, thought, consciousness, a vulgar word, and Cantonese. And number 8, sum of possibilities, harmonic sum, a spacious, periodic renewal, invariance, practical justice, newborn power, sacrifice, sudden fortune and prosperity. Number 9, cell structure, limit in, magnified 3, horizon, variance, humanitarian achievement, finality, highest level of change, long in time. And then we have number 10, existence, perfection, wholeness, completion, beyond God's law, and rebirth. So these are all, this is the African numerology. There's other forms of numerology, such as gematria, which is what Judaism uses. That's their form of numerology. You also have, I forgot. But for another example, you have Western numerology, things like that. Things equated with the zodiac signs. Now going on. This what is the zero dimension? Oh, before I go on to this slide, the way numerology works. Say you have 1, you have single digit numbers, which is 0 through 9. 3, 6, and 9 are considered to be the most powerful ones because they deal with triads and spirits. Well, as I go along, I'll break down different numbers, all these numbers before I go along. Also, with that being said, when it comes to double digit numbers, you always want to get a single digit number. So, for example, I have 15, since that's the first double digit number that came to my head. 15 in numerology would be 1 plus 5, which will equal 6. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So, let's say your life path number is 15. Well, your birthday comes to 15. You would add 1 plus 5, which equals 6. That would be your life path number. Now, going on. The zero dimension. The zero dimension contains the creator / the all. This is the highest balance of masculine and feminine energy. Nothingness basically is no place, no thing, no person. And this is the overall space. So this is what the zero dimension is, the God dimension, I'd say. That's the zero dimension, because in numerology, 0, you put 0 behind any number, it becomes any type of number. My bad. I didn't mean to. What's up, bro? I didn't mean to bring you on the camera. But if it shows a notification. But the zero dimension is the God dimension. And the God dimension, it is what it is. Bringing down masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy is logic, thought, idea, light. Feminine energy is emotions, feelings, darkness. So is a balance to everything, because there's a universal law that you need masculine and feminine energy to manifest. So going along to the first dimension. The first dimension of being aware of oneself, self-care, self-love, selfishness, minerals, water, and genetic human codes. Going on. These are minerals. Minerals can be used to heal. Minerals can be used in the same way as crystals or quartz. Things like different stones to heal spiritually, or to enhance or to activate chakras. Going on. This is from Get Holistic Health. Hold on. Yeah, all right, I got it. Facebook. Sheesh. This is called Get Holistic Health. This is healing properties and medical uses of minerals. So, with that being said, we're going on along the article. So, minerals, rocks, and crystals are not necessarily what most people think of when it comes to health, and after all. So, Robert B. Finkelton article, Health Benefits of Geological Materials and Geologic Processes. And it goes on to the breakdown of quartz and different minerals and crystals. Now, going on, minerals play all sorts of roles in the medical field, from helping hair carers to assisting surgical procedures. Different minerals can be found in every aspect of the medical field. Below is a list of minerals perform tasks essential to function. So you got zoolites, gypsum, malachites, titanium, platinum, and gold. Silicone, rubes, lithium, and centiums. So they use silicone is basically a mineral that they use, for, injections, implants, things like that. They use these different minerals in the medical field to do different procedures such as surgery, healing, like holistic healing, like medicine, things like that. They use minerals, they use crystals, and they use grids. So it's a part of holistic health. Minerals can be used as holistic health. And these are one-dimensional healing objects that someone can use to heal self. Because the first dimension is all about self, all about the individuality. Next, you have water. Water is considered a first dimensional, being or form of life, consciousness, things like that. So this is water part 2. I made this post yesterday. It was a day ago. The way water flows through a body. The way water flows through a body of water is the same way energy flows through the body. Spirit is a field of energy, and a body equals a spirit. A body of water equals a spirit. All living things are connected. So, with that being said, energy. If you think about energy, and water is considered a form of, it connects with energy, basically. Water connects with energy. The way you see water in wavelength is the same way you will see energy passing through your body. So, think of your body as a body of water. You get it? Body of water, body of a human. We both have bodies. And the way the flows and the waves go, it resembles a energetic flow. And an energetic flow is considered, a surge, basically. A surge of energy going through the body, which can, activate different chakras as well. And if we connect the dots on both, spirit is a field of energy. That's the scientific definition of a spirit. So a field of energy would equate to a body of water. So we're connected to water in a way. And if we go to Kemetic origin stories, black people came up out of water. They say the first man came up from a lotus flower, which is a vagina, which represents the vagina, through water. It was put on land. They say the gods came from water. They, we go to the Dogon tribe. We go to the Zulu tribe. They see the extraterrestrials, the Nomos. The Nomos are amphibious beings that came up out of water, they say. Or they came from the Sirius star system. It's water in outer space, technically, as well. So, stars are made out of water. The human body is made up of 70% water. The outer space is made up of dark matter. There's hydrogen all throughout the universe. And so there's water everywhere throughout the universe as well. Now, going on to human genetic codes, these are different, cell structures and, graphing in human codes as well. So human genetic codes are one-dimensional outsources, resources, beings. Going on, sacred geometry. This is technically the first stage. So we're dealing with numerology and sacred geometry now. So the first stage of the 7 days of creation through sacred geometry, it shows a spherical octahedron. So basically what a spherical octahedron is, it would be when the all was itself came into existence. So it became a giant circle. So, and circles and squares and triangles have different names. They have different dimensional names and shapes in sacred geometry. So a circle is an octahedron. Squares, pentagrams, hexagrams, hexahedrons, pentahedrons, things like that. And triangles have a different name as well in sacred geometry. Now, going on, this is the Earth's core. This is the first chakra of the Earth. Well, of the galactic chakras. Earth is a chakra itself. So this is the inside of the Earth. This is actually a mini sun in the Earth's core. As you can see, it looks just like a sun right here. Now, the Earth's core is, considered to be hot, things like that. And I'm going to go down into trinities and triads in a few once I get to the number 3. Going on. The second dimension. The second dimension is about duality, caring for others, loving others, animals, plants, in the moment awareness. Oh, snap. Yeah. So that's the breakdown of the second dimension overview, basically. So this is the plant kingdom. There's a bunch of plants, flowers, leaves, trees, all sorts of things. I've broken this down before. Black people have plant DNA. Just look at the hairstyle, the way our hair grows, and how it resembles nature. Going on throughout, this is our hair. Her hair looks like a Christmas tree. Her hair looks like a Christmas tree. Afros, bushes. Afros are called bushes for a reason. You see? This man, he has a bush. Afro. I've said that this is stuff I went over before. Melanin and chlorophyll. So melanin and chlorophyll are interchangeable. The melanin and chlorophyll have the same chemical breakdowns, compounds, which is hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, I think, and is another one. But what separates human or black people from plants is the fact that black people have iron and plants have magnesium. But if you interchange and swap the two, black people would turn green, plants would turn black and brown. So with that being said, these are the similarities of chlorophyll and melanin. The black people, they say that the sun is bad for, they teach us that the sun is bad for us. But in actuality, black people need the sun. Black people get into modes where we can go into depression if we're deprived sunlight, because it's lowering the energy or the production of neuromelanin. Neuromelanin is the melanin that produces melatonin and serotonin throughout the body. Melatonin is what helps calms the body, different hormones and things like that. So if you're not producing high levels of melanin or low levels of melanin, if we're producing low levels of melanin, then it calcifies the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is what opens up the third eye, which I'll go into, and it connects you to a different type of spiritual realm. But with that being said, black people need sunlight. This is the pineal diet. I already broke this down. This breaks down the pineal gland and what you can do. You can nourish it with sunlight. You can eat raw foods such as veggies, and fruit. There's veggies and vitamins you can eat and limited meat consumption. Because black people have limited meat consumption because black people have plant DNA. What's the point? Do you see plants eat animals? And yeah, you can eat green colored vegetables and have a nice good amount of sleep. Going on, since I've already broke this down, chlorophyll, helps clean blood and organs, helps build healthy red blood cells, furnishes iron to the organs, establishes chlorophyll, which is an internal healer, delivers magnesium. And fun fact, if a black person, just like in Egypt or Kemet, Osiris or Usar was painted green. Usar was painted green on one of the hieroglyphs for a reason, because he built up enough magnesium in his bloodstream that he became green and he could be able to do photosynthesis, human-like form of photosynthesis, just like how plants eat the sunlight, basically. Now, going on, it helps cleanse your liver. I'm going to have to plug my phone up. It reduces typhoid fever, reduces toxins and heavy metals, increases the disease resistance of cells, prevents the growth of bacteria, and helps our bodies heal faster from wounds and illness. Oh, hold on. Ugh. This is a melanin. This is basically the DNA of melanin. And it has your melanin granules, your melosomes, your mitochondrions, dendrites, nucleus, and rectums. This is basically the breakdown of a melanin cell. So and how UV rays, absorb through these cells, get absorbed through these cells. Going on, the benefits of having melanin-rich skin prevents AMD, protections from hearing loss. It affects human reproduction positively. It helps, the hair helps with temperature regulation, protects from the sun, and black are Asian. Black people age at slower rates than other people. And this is the benefits of a chlorophyll diet, basically. Now, we have the lower animal kingdom. This is another second dimensional being or entity when it comes to second dimensional consciousness. When I talk about dimensions in this, these are just levels of consciousness. So with that being said, this is a second level consciousness. Now, all right, before I touch on this next slide, every human does not have the same genetic background, like I said before, as I went in on the beginning of this presentation. Since black people were here first, we are made up of different genetic, structures than other races. Other races are fairly new to the planet compared to black people. I'm just keep it, as nice, not nice, but as unbiased and as, truthful as I can I don't really care if I ruffle y'all feathers. I really don't. But with that being said, black people have been on the planet longer than other races. We have different structures. I already broke down the extraterrestrial structures of how black people got here. Now, other races have shared DNA with animals, mostly primates. So, mostly primate animals. Black people are made up of reptile DNA, amphibian DNA, and plant DNA. So black people are more reptile-based humanoids than non-black people who are primate-based humanoids. So with that being said, going on. Also, the lower brain is a part of second dimensional consciousness. So this is the breakdown of the lower brain. Primary motor cortex, motor association area, and the frontal eye field. So these are basically motor skills. It relates to your motor skills. The prefrontal cortex, the Broca's area, sensory areas and related association areas. Primary somatosensory cortex, sensory association area, Wernicke's area, general interpretation area, the primary visual cortex, the visual association area, the primary auditory cortex, the auditory association area. So this is hearing and seeing. These are where your senses come from. Things like that. So this is the part of the brain of your hearing, your senses. So basically your five senses come from this part of the brain. Going on to sacred geometry, the second dimensional, or the number 2 when it comes to sacred geometry. I already broke this sacred geometry down, video down, but I'm going to just keep it going, excuse me. Sacred geometry involves a mathematical equation for the creation of the universe. In the second stage, named the Visigopiscus, the universe was formed. The middle of the Visigopiscus represents the vagina, aka the yoni. So, I broke down the first stage. So a spherical octahedron, known as the all, came into existence. Then it turned itself into the universe, which is a giant womb. And the middle of the universe represents a Visigopiscus, aka the yoni. The yoni represents the womb or the vagina, whichever way you want to break it down. And it gave birth. It gives birth. The universe gives birth. So, going on, what the yoni represents. So you see the fish symbol. Look at here. This is the Jesus symbol. Jesus symbol is the fish because Jesus was a Pisces. And this represents the yoni. And look at the vagina. This is a vagina. Going on, oysters. Oysters are what looks like a yoni. This looks kind of disgusting, but, Then next we have the lotus flower. I had a video on the lotus flower as well. You can go watch that. Next, we have the praying hands. Those praying hands, which symbolize vaginas to your lips. So this is the reason why Catholics pray to Mary. They pray to Mary because they're speaking to a woman, and they actually worship a black Madonna in Europe and stuff. But with that being said, these all symbolize a vagina. Because they know. Going on. Fruit. I posted a picture about this, saying women are the fruit of life. This is the middle of fruit. And this all represents the vagina, aka the yoni. As you can see right here. I'm not making none of this stuff up. Now, these are considered yoni eggs. Next, we have a horseshoe. Horseshoe represents the yoni as well. And going on, the pyramids. It's because Kemet was a matrilineal system, basically a matriarch. The women ran ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, and the pyramids were built and representation of women giving birth, and the symbolization of the Viscapiscus in the tripart of life, which I'm about to go into soon. Next, we have the Earth Star Chakra. This is the second chakra of the cosmic chakras, basically. Now, this is from Raki. I probably butchered this. This is an Indian name. The Earth Star Chakra. Apart from the 7 main chakras, there are many other chakras that play a vital role in our life and well-being. Some are located on the physical level whereas some are transpersonal. So, there's a chart of 12 of the 12 chakras. The Earth Star Chakra and the Earth Gateway are chakras that are below the physical realm. And then as we go up, there's 3 chakras above the physical realm, which is above the heart chakra. Not heart chakra, the crown chakra. It's above the crown chakra. And the earth chakras are below the root chakra. So with that being said, it's also called the foot chakra and the palm chakra. So the earth chakra is also known as the subpersonal chakra and super root. It is also called the foot chakra. It is located at the bottom of feet approximately. Now, going on, the Earth Star Chakra is also known, I already said that. The Earth Star Chakra is the grounding point of the whole chakra system. It is said that this chakra is the keeper of karmic cycles and past lives. The Earth Chakra connects us to the earthly energies as well as universal energies. The chakra is brown to black in color and aqua due to large amounts of water in the air, water in the earth. So, water is not in earth necessarily. Water is on top. Earth is on top of water because water expands earth. Water is in the cosmos. Water is in outer space. Earth is on top of water. Water and fire are the only elements that expand earth. Fire in the earth, not out in earth. Fire on earth is a flame. Fire in outer space is a spark. So, in water, like I said before, is inside, is all throughout the cosmos because hydrogen and oxygen are all throughout the cosmos. So with that being said, or all throughout the universe. So going on, I just wanted to make that critique. With our life re-evolving in computers and gadgets, rushing from one place to another, this causes into being ungrounded when your Earth Star Chakra is active. It helps you stay grounded even with the hectic, busy life. The active Earth Star Chakra is a blessing for all energies, and it releases negative energies that may be picked up on from others. Yeah, I'm going to continue. Now, this is how you activate the Earth Star Chakra. The Earth Star Chakra is located 12 to 18 inches below the foot chakra, which is the chakra one that is connected to the wide horizon of all that is. Activate the Earth Star Chakra on a regular basis. Do tree meditation. The only difference is when you imagine your roots spreading and connecting to Mother Earth. Extend those roots 12 to 18 inches deep till the Earth Star Chakra. Imagine that you're firmly rooted and connected to the Earth Star Chakra and making a connection to Mother Gaia, which is considered Mother Earth. You can activate it with crystals. These are the crystals that you can use right here. And this is how you balance your Earth Star Chakra, connect to inner peace, seeing the wide perspective of all situations, feel secure, feel grounded and protected, peace of mind, healthy physical health, as well as etheric health. Divine connection with Mother Gaia, help for a greater cause, I believe, and bring yourself closer to the sacred energy of Mother Earth. Going on. This is what an unbalanced Earth Star Chakra brings. Blood circulation problems, instability in life, lack of balance in various aspects of life, eating disorders, problems related to leg, knee, hips, and ankles, hallucination, ungroundedness, constant unknown fear or phobia, and lack of spirituality. Going on to the third dimension, awareness of surroundings, awareness of past, present, and future, humans, plants, the higher kingdom animals in this reality. So, these are basically all human. These are the breakdowns or the anthropological breakdowns of humanoids. So you have Caucasoids, you have Africoids, which is Negroids. You have Mongoloids. These are basically the same genetic makeups. And then you have Australoids. But they forgot to put the Dravidians. So Australoids are basically Negroids. And they should replace the American with the Dravidian. And, alright, this is what happens when, hold on. This is just sources that you can look at or things that you can find on your own. I already know the research behind this. So it's 4 genetic makeups of humanoids. You have Caucasoids, you have Negroids, you have Mongoloids, which would break down Asians such as Chinese, Koreans, uh, Japanese, Native Americans, and then you have Australoids, not Dravidians, who would break down Indians. Caucasoids are Caucasian whites and Middle Easterns. You have Negroids, which is black people, the Aboriginal Australians, and, African Americans, quote unquote, or different black nationalities throughout the world. Going on. This is the higher animal kingdom. I just, picked the first thing I could find on Google. And look at this cute elephant. Going on. This is the physical reality. Earth is not this shape. NASA lies to us. I'd say that. The Earth is a 5th dimensional sphere. So it's not anything 3rd dimensional. It's actually a 5th dimensional sphere. And, this is just a representation of the physical reality. What we see from a third dimensional point of view. Going on. Sacred geometry. The tripart of life. The tripart of life is the stage where the universe gave birth to the sun. This also represents woman birthing man. The Son of God equals the S-U-N of God equals the S-O-N of God, and it also represents Holy Trinities. So, the tripart of life. This is the stage where a 3rd circle is formed. So, bringing it back. The first circle, which is the spiritual octahedron. The spiritual octahedron is 1 circle. Then there's a 2nd circle formed. This forms the universe. And it becomes the Viscapiscus, because the Viscapiscus has the yoni in between, which is the womb of the universe, or the vagina of the universe. Next, we get the tripart of life. A 3rd circle is formed. This is when the universe is giving birth to the sun. So the sun of the universe is the Son of God, the S-O-N of God. So the S-U-N of God becomes the S-O-N of God, and the S-O-N of God represents the Son of the Mother. And I'm going to go into the Holy Trinities now. So, this is the Holy Trinity of the cosmos. So, it's the sun with the earth. The sun plus the earth equals mini-sun. My bad for this layout. This layout is pretty trash. But, I forgot to fix this. But whatever. The sun. The sun is the representation of masculine energy. The sun brings light to sustain earth. To sustain light on earth. And it also brings light, which influences thoughts and ideas. Going on, now the sun would be equal to the soul of a human, and the sun would be considered the father's son. So, just going on with that. Going on now, the earth. The earth creates and carries life. The earth is the womb. The earth represents feminine energy. The earth represents emotions and feelings. The earth would be equal to the spirit of a human. The earth, it would be considered Mother Earth. Now, we got the mini-sun. There's a mini-sun in the Earth's core, like I said earlier. The mini-sun would be considered the child. The mini-sun would be would represent the physical body of a human. Hello, everybody that just joined. Now, this is the Kemetic Holy Trinity, which is mother and father. Mother plus father equals child. So, with that being said, going on to that. And this is the Christian Holy Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The feminine energy is nullified, and the Holy Spirit represents a woman. So how do I know this represents a woman? Because this is based off of the goddess Aset, which is Isis. She's a falcon flying through the sky. So this represents the Holy Spirit. Now, going on. All right. I already broke this down before the slide. But the Holy Spirit is based off the goddess Isis, or Aset. Aset is the Kemetic version of her name, and Isis is the Greek version of her name. She's the mother goddess of Egypt, and then she's the goddess of nature, the feminine aspect of the Holy Trinity. Now, this is what the Holy Trinity evolved into. So you have mother, father, and a child. This is Aset, Asar, and Heru. Now it goes into, Isis and Horus. So this is the Black Madonna, and this is the Black Jesus, Black baby Jesus, and this is the sun in the background, which represents the Father, which is be Father God. Now, and then it evolved into the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So this is basically the Kemetic version of the Holy Trinity. This is the Roman/Greek version of the Holy Trinity. Well, never mind. This is the Greek version of the Holy Trinity. Then the Romans remixed it with Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So this is the Roman version of the Holy Trinity. Going on to the root chakra. So the root chakra is usually known as the first. Come on. All right. The root chakra is basically known as the first chakra when it comes to the regular 7 chakras. But since we're dealing with cosmic chakras, the root chakra becomes the 3rd chakra. So it's located on the base of the spine, the pelvic floor, and the first 3 vertebrae. The root chakra is responsible for your sense of safety and security on earthly journey. And, it basically means support in the base chakra. The first chakra of matter balance in the root chakra creates a solid foundation for opening chakras above. Imagine that you're laying on the foundation in your house, and basically this is blah, blah, blah. The root chakra is compromised, whether it grounds you in stability. So basically, the root chakra is the first chakra, and it deals with how you deal with stuff on earth. This could lead to being able to survive, things like that, your survival instincts, all sorts of things. What imbalances the root chakra? Imbalances in the root chakra. If there is an imbalance in the root chakra, you may experience anxiety disorders, fears, and nightmares. Physical imbalances may manifest as a problem in the colon, with the bladder, with elimination, or with the lower back, leg, or feet tissues. In men, prostate problems may occur. Eating disorders may also be a sign of the root chakra imbalance. So how to balance it? While meditation does connect you with the higher spiritual plane, it also serves to ground you. You may also be able to trust that the world will give you what you need to survive, but also the connection to your higher self. Am I blocking the mic? And the higher power will also give you what you need to feel safe. Let me know if I'm blocking the mic. Oh, because iPhone speakers and microphones just happen to be on the bottom of the phone. But yeah, with that being said, going on, the root chakra part 3. It does not matter if you're higher, if you call the higher power conscious, motherhood, God, or spirit, Mother Nature. Connection to the universal energy will bring you a sense of peace and stability. The animals in the forest having no idea if and when they will find food each day. Yet somehow they trust in nature to provide for them. You can try this. Since the sense organ that corresponds to the first chakra is smell. While meditating, focus on the tip of your nose to help align the root and bring forth the qualities you need to bring balance to your root chakra. Going on to the 4th dimension. Judgment is surroundings, indigo souls, advanced magic, imagination, dreaming, psychic ability, intuition, and creativity. Now, time and space. Time and space is considered, the 4th dimension. Once we go to the 5th dimension, you succeed time and space. Now, going on. The illusion of time and space is that has been introduced by those who want to communities and monetize on the time. You're good. And space of others. This is a long presentation, so you're definitely good. And plus, I'm going to save this anyway. So if you ever show up late to my lives, it's no big deal. You can always rewatch it because I'm going to save it anyway. So the way we see time anyway is what makes it an illusion. Time is not linear. We see time as linear, which is past, present, and future. But time is actually in cycles. So if we look at the cycles of a human being, you have babies, you have childhood, you have infanthood to toddlerhood to, early childhood, to teenagehood, to, maybe young adulthood, to adulthood, to elderlyhood, things like that. Then you have death, basically. So time is in a cycle once you actually think about it. But the way we see time now is linear. Even if you look at a clock, it goes it goes clockwise. Clockwise is in a circle. So if you bring that circle, you're basically telling us time through a circle. They tell you this, but we look at time in a linear basis, which is past, present, and future. When, it's just different cycles, different seasons of life. Going on. Sacred geometry, the seed of life. So I already broke down the tripart of life. And the spherical octahedron, the visigopiscus, and the tripart of life. So this is the next stage, which is the 4th stage, the seed of life. The seed of life represents the 7th stage, is the steps or days of creation. The creation of a vibrating pattern electromagnetic radiation is the actual process of creation itself, which otherwise is symbolized by various concepts such as days of creation to make something otherwise almost impossible to explain much easier to handle. The creation of the octahedron is the first step day, and then, I already broke that down. The next stage is the spirit of the creator flowing through upon the faces of water, which is mentioned in the Old Testament. In other words, the cosmic designer's next spontaneous realization or expansion. Self-awareness was ventured out to the outside of the edge, the spirit, and to reject another spirit using the previous steps of materializing an octahedron and spearing in the spear. So, creating the spear. So, this is the seed of life. So, to break down what this thing just said. So, first, I'm going to break it all down. I'm going to bring it all back again. So, the first stage is the spiritual octahedron, which is the all. On the second stage, it turned into a visicopisc because it created another circle. It became the universe. So the universe is a giant womb because it has the visicopiscus, which is aka the yoni, which represents the vagina or the womb, in the womb. So basically both. Next, you get the tripart of life, which is the third circle comes into play. This is when the universe gives birth to the sun. And, once more circles are created, you get the seed of life. Now, going on. So that becomes the fourth stage. Next, we have the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the second chakra, but now it's the fourth chakra since we're dealing with the cosmic chakras, is associated with the emotional body's sensuality and creativity. The element is water, and as such is energized and characterized by flow and flexibility. The function of the sacral chakra is directed by a principle of pleasure. Let's have a look at this energy center basics, including the location, color, symbol, and potential signs of imbalance. So basically, the most common location of the sacral chakra is about 3 inches above the navel, at the center of your lower belly, and the back is located at the level of the lumbar vertebrae. Other noteworthy locations described, blah, blah, blah. So basically the testicles and the ovaries as well. Now, this is the characteristics of the sacral chakra: emotions and feelings, relationships and relating, expression of sexuality / sensual pleasure, feeling the outer and inner worlds, creativity, and fantasies. So the sacral chakra is associated with the realms of emotion as centers of our feelings and sensations. It is particularly active in our sexuality and the expression of our sensual and sexual desires. So this is basically your lower self. The root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra are your lower selves. So when you act out in like desires, lust, things like that. So that's your lower self basically. The heart chakra is your middle self, and going up from your throat chakra, your third chakra, and your crown chakra is considered your higher self. Now going on. This is the imbalances of the sacral chakra. When the sacral chakra is balanced, the relationship with the world and others is centered around nurturing, pleasure, and harmonious exchange. Imbalance in the sacral chakra can manifest as dependency, codependency with others, or a substance that grants you easy access to pleasure. Being ruled by your emotions, the opposite, feeling numb, out of touch with yourself and how you feel. Overindulgence in fantasies and sexual obsessions. Or opposite, lack of sexual desire or satisfaction, and feeling stuck in a particular feeling or mood. So if your sacral chakra is imbalanced, it's basically going to be in your feelings all day. But it can come through a lack of sex or to overindulge in sex. Codependency. So if you're in a codependent relationship, you're basically, lowering or deactivating your sacral chakra, basically calcifying it. So your sacral chakra, since it's a part of your lower self, not when you correlate lower self, just correlate it with nothing demonic, just being more attached to the physical world, basically being more attached to the physical world. So that's basically what the sacral and the root chakra are, and the solar plexus chakra as well. So yeah. Then now we're going on to the fifth dimension. This is the utilizing your judgment, planets, guidance spirits, unconditional love, acceptance, forgiveness, and accessing the higher self. Now, these are all the planets. You got the moon, the sun. But the sun is technically a star. You have the earth. Is this? Oh yeah. So I know this is Neptune. Is this Pluto? My bad, y'all. This is trash. I don't even know my planets. I know this is Mercury. No, this is Venus. This is Pluto. This is Saturn. Okay, it took me a while. Hey, it took me. All right, whatever. Next, we have your guidance spirits. This is just basically a picture of a guidance spirit, I guess. So guidance spirits are spirits that come to you when you're meditating. You're using chakras, crystals, grids. I said using chakras. Crystals or grids, things like that, minerals, different forms. Or if you get high, you may get drunk and be in contact with a different spirit. It depends on your vibration. When you smoke and when you drink, you're different. It expands on your emotions. So drinking expands on your emotions. Smoking expands on your thoughts. So if you're in high vibrational thought forms, it will expand on that, and you'll be able to connect with a guided spirit mentally. If you're drinking and you're in a high vibration, you'll be able to connect with a guided spirit emotionally, since your emotions will be expanded. Things like that. This is basically I just found this cool, like representing your higher self. The I am, being, unfolding, aware, alive. Awake, here, now, becoming your higher self. Things like that. Emotions, experiences, memories, beliefs, longing, healing, habits, meaning. You have history, sensitivity, sensation, judgment, intuition, things like that. This is all a part of your higher self, being aware of what's going on. Oh, I got 50 slides left. And then now we're going on to sacred geometry, which is the flower of life. So the seed of life becomes the flower of life in this process. The seed of life is the primary building block of the flower of life, from which comes from the fruit of life, another blueprint for everything. The fruit of life can create all elements, molecules, organisms, and even everything in the universe. In other words, everything abides in reality comes from the seed of life. Radiating the most spiritual geometry pattern throughout the universe, the flower of life is a sacred symbol found within all major faiths of the world and in every first vibratory pattern of the universe itself. The component of the flower of life may even be found in the very first impressions of energy from the great void. So the great void would be considered God or the all. During the first stages of creation, all things materialize from perfectly organized quantum energy patterns of the supreme being. All matter, all creation is the emanation of God. The flower of life is forever radiating a pattern of profound elegance and meaningful beauty. Is considered the most sacred of all geometry. Yeah. Woo! That is crazy. Now we're going into the solar plexus. The solar plexus is what radiates your power in the world. Could say the solar plexus child characterized by the expression of will, personal power, and mental abilities. The energy of the third chakra and is the mobilized when we assert ourselves in the world, discover its key characteristics, and how to make the most powerful energy center. Introducing the solar plexus. Let's start exploring the basics, including the location, color. All right, so basically. So the location of the solar plexus is the upper part of the belly where your diaphragm rests. Is the third chakra from the bottom in the traditional chakra system count as several chakras. The color is yellow. The symbol is a circle with 10 petals, which is inscribed in a downward pointing triangle. The element is fire. And additional elements using modern energy healing practice or healing crystals or aromatherapy. Is you're curious? Here's the list. All right, bet. Solar plexus healing stones. Oh, okay, these are the stones, and these are essential oils you can use to heal or activate your root, not your solar plexus chakra. Now, we're going to the sixth dimension. This is becoming the authority of the sun and stars, gods, deities, extraterrestrials. Being a spiritual child, playfulness, life is magical, seen as magical and a blessing in becoming a creator. Now, stars. So these are all the stars throughout the universe. Stars are six-dimensional consciousness. The stars have a six-dimensional consciousness, basically. And they should be seen as such. Going on. This is the Pleiades system. So this is the Pleiades star system. So the Pleiades star system has extraterrestrials. And just look how a little cool it is. Blue. Blue is my favorite color if you didn't know. I know this is off topic, but this is the Pleiades star system, or constellation. Now, gods. So every deity, every god. So these are the gods that command in Egypt. So every god is basically a six-dimensional being because they have a six-dimensional consciousness. These are people who are authoritative. These people are prophetic. These people are healers, And with that being said, they walk life having people follow them to a higher ascension. So you have all the gods at Kemet, all the gods of Greece, all the gods of Rome. You have Jesus in Christianity. You have Krishna in Hinduism. You have Muhammad in / Allah in, Islam. So things like that. So these deities, these prophets are all six-dimensional beings. Going on. We got extraterrestrials. This is God. This was the motto of this guy came. His name is Corey Good. He claims to be an extraterrestrial contact, and he said, these are black extraterrestrials that he has seen. So the nice robes, they got the kinky hair. I guess she has blonde straight hair. He's bald. So yeah, it's pretty dope. A dope art creation. Now we're going to sacred geometry. This is the sixth stage, which is the egg of life. Several stages occurred in the creation of the flower of life. One is which was the seed of life, which through the same kind of vortex more movement became the egg of life in the three dimensions, as long as lengths between the spears are the same as the lengths between the notes and half notes. In the application of music, this design provides the foundation of all melodies. So the egg of life is connected to music. The configuration of the third stage of cell division, the embryo, is that the egg of life, each time a cell divides, it becomes 2 cells, which then divides into 4 and then becomes 8 until the complete human organism merges along with the energy patterns and chakras. So the egg of life, it represents cells. So cells divide and multiply themselves. Divide from one cell and multiply to different cells. And so you get 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, 16, 32. Then it becomes a whole organism, and that whole organism becomes, a human being. So I skipped the organ system. Organs become the organ system, and the organ system becomes the organism, and the organism becomes a whole human being. So, with that being said, this or animal or plants. So this is what the egg of life contains. Going on to the heart chakra. So this is the heart chakra. Is green. Pretty cool. So the heart chakra deals with compassion, love, and beauty. Driven by the principles of transformation and integration, the fourth energy center is the bridge, earthly and spiritual aspiration. Explores what makes the essence of the chakra, how to unravel its powerful energy to enrich your life. So its location, the center of the chest where the heart is. The color is green, which is higher energy frequencies can turn to pink. 2 intersecting triangles forming a 6-pointed star with 12 petals. So, sacred geometry, 6-point star. 6-point star represents the star of, or the body, the anatomy of a man, which is head, arm, leg. Okay, so it's arm, leg, head, penis. This is what 5%ers use to break down Allah. This is what 5%ers use to break down Allah. So saying, the black man, that's what they say. The black man is God, and Allah is basically the 6-point star. But they use the 5-point star, but that's a whole nother thing. So going on, the element is air. Additional elements. Okay, so these are the healing stone, the pink quartz, queer quartz, jade, green, cellulite, and these are essential oils you can use to heal your heart chakra. Going on to the 7th dimension. This is the creation manifesting stage. Solar systems becoming a spiritual adult. Teaching and healing on a mass scale. And purpose of raising the consciousness of others. This is when you come into that. So this is basically our solar system. So you had the Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Oh, Mars, Phobos, Diomedes, Jupiter. Oh, okay. I see what it. These are different planets and stars. Or asteroids. So this is basically the whole solar system. And you have Earth right here. Going on, this is the Sirius constellation. So the Sirius constellation is where black people came from. Our ancestors, like I said before, are in the 7th dimension. And these are the beings that engineered black people. Going on. So, look at this. This is the Sirius star system in the sun. So I made a post about this before. Do you see these 2 circles? You see this Visca Piscis. This is the star system that gave birth to a whole race of beings, a whole race of extraterrestrials. The sun in the Sirius star system, the sun being the masculine, energy, and the Sirius star system being the feminine energy, came together and created a race of beings. So they created something that gave birth, a womb. They came together and created a womb. Going on. You have, like I said, our ancestors came from the Sirius star system. I'm speaking about black people's ancestors. We came from the Sirius star system, and these are our ancestors in statues. So our ancestors are seventh dimensional beings. They're connected to the seventh dimension, and through our DNA, through lineage and genetics, we will ascend to the seventh dimension once we, get up out of here. And that's if we choose to connect with our ancestors. Things like that. Going on, angels. Angels are considered seventh dimensional beings. This is the original depiction of an angel. This is Nut, Isis, Aset. These were the depictions that the Romans and Greeks got their depiction of an angel from. Aset, Nut, Mut, Bast, things like that. Going on to the fruit of life. This is the last stage of sacred geometry. The flower of life, one can discover designed by selecting 13 spirits from the flower of life. By drawing them out, these 13 circles, one finds the origin of everything. This is sacred geometry, symbol known as the fruit of life. These are the 13 circles that provide 13 systems of knowledge, with each one illuminating a different facet of existence. All information regarding the human being to the island universes through the cosmos is available through systems. The first system, for example, is possible to create any molecular structure and any living cellular structure that exists in the universe. Any thriving cellular organism molecular configuration in existence, for instance, can be constructed by using information the first system, in other words, all thriving beings. This is the symbolism of the 7 days of creation. So the biblical 7 days of creation can be explained through sacred geometry. So this is day 1, which is the spherical octahedron. Day 2, which is the Vesica-Piscis. Day 3, which is the flower life? Not the flower life. The seed of life. Then it becomes the fruit of life. Not flower. The flower life. Then it becomes the fruit of life. Then it becomes the egg of life. And then this is the completion of the universe. Oh my God. I know I might have mixed this all up, but yeah, I'm gonna just keep going. Now, this is how sacred geometry represents the human development. So you have day 1 of a child being born in the womb. So this is the secondary octite fertilization, the zygote. So the egg nucleus and the sperm nucleus come together. The zygote metaphase, which becomes the Vesica-Piscis. And this is the 2-cell stage, day 2. 4-cell stage. And then the 3-cell stage becomes the egg of life. So 16 cells. So the morula, 32 to 64 cells, day 4. This is the 3D flower of life. Day 5, 128 cells. Day 6 to 7, 256 cells. And 512 cells right here. This is when the mouth, the internal organs, the lungs, and the anus are developed. So this is how sacred geometry connects to the human development in the womb. Going on to the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the 5th chakra located at the center of the neck at the level of the throat. It is the passage of the energy between the lower parts of the body and the head. The function of the third chakra is driven by a principle of expression and communication. So the 5th chakra is referred to as the third chakra. Not the third chakra, the throat chakra. And this is Sanskrit. The most common, the chakra is related to the element of sound throughout the throat. Sound is propagated into the air, and its vibration can be felt not just in our ears, but also in our whole body. It is an important instrument of our communication and expression. So I'm expressing my throat chakra a lot today through these presentations. The throat chakra is most commonly represented with the blue color, turquoise, or aquamarine blue. The uric color of the throat chakra energy can also be seen as smoky purple or turquoise. Throat chakra, the symbol of the throat chakra, is composed of a circle with 16 petals, a crescent with a circle inside of it. Sometimes it's symbolized by a circle containing a downward pointed triangle, which is inscribed another circle. The color of the petals is depicted as a smoky purple or grayish lavender. Not play. Now we go to the 8th dimension, experience and manifestation. Galaxies, control of your own life, becoming player 1, and self-accountability, basically. No, these are the different galaxies. You have the Milky Way, the Black Eye Galaxy, the Whirlpool Galaxy, the Triangular Galaxy, the Andromeda Tadpole Galaxy. They talk about the Milky Way colliding with the Andromeda. That's pretty interesting. So these are just the Cartwheel Galaxy over here. So these are just all different galaxies. And these are 8th dimensional beings. Archangels. So this is what archangels are depicted as, in Western civilization. So Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and I forgot the last one. Going on the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is also like the brow chakra, the Anja chakra. So this is all Sanskrit. And then it's a supreme element, which is the combination of all elements in their pure form. Now, this is the yogic meaning of the third chakra. In yogic metaphysics, the third chakra is the center where you transcend duality and the duality of a personal I and separate from the rest of the world of a personality that exists independently with everything else. So this is basically the yogic meaning of the third eye. Going on to the color. The third eye is mostly represented with a color purple or bluish purple, which is indigo. The Uric color of the third eye chakra energy can also be seen as translucent purple or bluish white. It's actually a bluish black because that's the color of indigo. The 9th dimension, the totality of all wisdom, the universe taking care of and protecting the planet and becoming a guardian angel. Now, this is the universe. The universe is made up of mostly dark matter anyway, at least 75%. But I just picked these. This is a cool color looking universe. So you see the blue, you see the red stars. If you know anything about astronomy, stars coming in either blue or red. Now, crown chakra. The crown chakra is the 7th chakra. It is located on top of the head. It gives us access to higher states of consciousness as we open up to what is beyond our personal preoccupations and visions. The function of the crown chakra is driven by consciousness and gets us all in touch with the universe. So this is the color. The crown chakra is mostly represented as the color white, which should be black, which is all depicted as a deep purple. The Uric color of the crown chakra can also be seen as gold, white, or clear light. It's black. So the symbol of the crown chakra is composed of a circle, 1,000 petals, and a dominating color of the crown chakra is black. Its petals are multicolored like a rainbow. The circle is sometimes compared to the symbol of the full moon. So we get to the 10th dimension. In numerology, 10 equals 1 plus 1, which 1 plus 0, which equals 1. So the 10th dimension is basically the first dimension, an expansion of the first dimension. Now we got the soul star chakra, which is the 10th chakra. And this is from Zendout. You can go check this website out to find out about the Earth Star chakra. This is the chakra storage of bank for your soul. The soul star chakra carries all the information for your soul's past and present purpose for being here. Generally, this information about your soul isn't readily available to you in your earthly body unless you accidentally stumble upon it or inadvertently open your soul star chakra. All this information here is present within your energetic body and can be tagged into all practices. So, where is the soul star chakra? Like I said before, it's above your crown chakra. Similar to the earth star chakra, the soul chakra is outside of your physical body and located in an etheric body approximately 6 inches above your head, and it resides in your uric field and is connected to your other chakras. The color of the chakra is up for negotiation. Some may say it's white and golden, while others may describe it as a specific color. It's black. I suggest connecting their chakras and deciding for yourselves what color. I'm going to say it's black and gold. So, what is the purpose? Activating this chakra is a act of potent balancing tool because your soul star chakra is connected to your higher self, which is also the light of the universe. This is a powerful energy to keep your own crown chakra open and healthy, along as with all other chakras. So, how do you connect with it? There's various methods. You can use crystals. These are all the crystals you can use, and you can meditate. So you can find a quiet place with your crystals, things like that. I am a divine light. I am in the love of all. Things like that. Going on to the 11th dimension. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. So this is basically an extension of the second dimension. So this is the 11th chakra, which is the stellar star chakra. This is what is the meaning of the stellar star gateway chakra. This is actually the 11th chakra, but this is from Insight States editorial. The stellar stargaze, the source of this 12 chakra, is located 12 inches above the head. The color is pure gold. The stellar chakra is the second transitional chakra. When your lower chakra is already, the mighty flow opens up that to access to your divine energy. So this is how you connect to true oneness and the ultimate consciousness. Going on to the 12th dimension, which is 1 plus 2 equals 3. Then it's you can't see it right now, but you can see it right here. This is slide 1, 2, 3. You see how things align with itself. This is the universal gateway chakra. So this is interesting because it's a pyramid. Our ancestors built pyramids. How funny. How ironic. So this is the divine gateway chakra, which is the universal gateway chakra. Our 12th and final chakra, you guessed it, above the galactic chakra. The clue lies in the name itself. An activated divine gateway energy concludes our spiritual ascension and connects us to the divine source. We've reached all that is, and we are one with the cosmos and the source, which enables our soul to travel to different worlds, dimensions, and whatever else lies beyond. It acts as a gateway to divine light to flow down our chakras through spinal column to the earth star chakra and to the earth, all the way down to the core where it returns all the way up again, forming an endless loop of oneness. So, yeah, with that being said, this is the presentation. I'm done. Hope you guys enjoyed this, first of all, but it took me about 3 to 4 hours to come up with all this. This is the longest presentation I've ever created. So it is very dope. I was very excited to present this. Hope you guys enjoyed this. So to break this all down, this is how we connected to the universe through different ways. Numerology, through our chakras, through the cosmos, through nature, earth, the universe, things like that. So with that being said, in the stars as well, the archangels, extraterrestrials, angels, everything in between. This is how we are connected. As I go along with this, I'm going to break this all down. Black people and non-black people have different extraterrestrial origins. Black people are more of a reptile, amphibious, plant-based species. Non-black people are more of a primate species. Some have canine in them and things like that. So, with that being said, we all may be different beings or different species, but we all share the same universe. So, if we connect to each other on a empathetic and spiritual level, we can all connect to the universe together, and we can eliminate things such as inequality, racism, things that, defeat the purpose or go against the purpose of the universe, which is all to elevate us all and to connect us to oneness. So, with that being said, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys appreciate it. I don't know how long I've been on here, but I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.